It's nice to see you again, Westchester. It is Thursday, March 26, 2026, and I'm Benita Ties with the Westchester Chronicle. Award-winning local sculptor Lisa Fedon has set up shop right here in Westchester. Her workshop, located at the Chester County Art Association on Bradgord Avenue, opened on Wednesday, March 25th, and she invited the community to join her for the ribbon-cutting ceremony. Our editor Kyle Hudson stopped by to speak with the artist herself.
And the event tonight was just the opening of my studio, and just a celebration with the Chester County Arts Association, which is where I now live. I just got the idea one night to ask John Baker if I could build a studio on the property that was here. And I had gotten an inheritance from my parents, and so I wanted to use that money for my studio space. So it just worked out. You know, I'll get an idea for something. Sometimes I find something on the ground, and it's a piece of leather, and I think, oh, that looks like a tie for somebody. And then I, fabricate, use wire or whatever to fabricate the figure and add the tie in. Other things, like a lot of these architectural pieces, I really just started with something, and then as I'm working, I get an idea, and that idea develops into something else. Sometimes I just walk around the studio and think, now what piece can I use next? And the idea comes to me. It's and other things like the horses, the animals, I work usually from photographs that I've taken or that I find online from all different angles and work from photographs. I would describe it as self-taught. I would describe it as fun and very open, so it's sort of spiritual to me. And it's just something I like to do. The color all comes from old cars and trucks, from the hoods, and you get the hood. I go up to a place in Hazleton. I can walk through the yard, take the hoods off of different vehicles, and then I bring them back and strip everything out, because the old cars are very sturdy and the colors are beautiful. And then I have this nice thin piece of colored material to work with.
If you want to know more about Lisa and her work, check out this week's newspaper or visit her website, lisafedon, that's Fedon.com. Speaking of local art, last weekend, local artist and author Kyle Whary visited Barnes & Noble in Exton to read his new children's book, Shark Bites Bakery. Our editor Kyle Hudson stopped by for a chat.
My name's Kyle Whary. I am a middle school art teacher, professional artist, and now I'm a official published author illustrator. Originally I'm from Allentown, but once I got the job at Octorara, I moved to Westchester and lived there for about 13 years. My newest book is Shark Bites Bakery. It's about 4 sharks that open up their very first bakery, and right before they open the doors, something happens. The entire concept came to me while I was mowing the lawn one day. I had always wanted to write a book, and then once I found out my wife was pregnant, I definitely wanted to have a book to share with my children. This is my first book, and it took me about 5 years to make, with teaching and doing art shows and trying to take care of a newborn. It took me quite a while, so it was a lot of early mornings. Most of the book was probably made between 3 and 5 in the morning till it was finished. I hand drew and painted each drawing in the book. The original illustrations are 15 inches by 15 inches, and I used acrylic paint for all the images. The book was actually self-published through Amazon at first, but then it's now being published through Ingram Spark, which deals with Barnes & Noble, which is how I got to do the Barnes & Noble signings. The process, I had reached out to publishers and agents, but they didn't seem interested. So through Amazon and Ingram Spark, I had complete creative control, which I loved. So I found that to be the best route for me. Thank you so much for your support. Even still, I was a resident there for 13 years before I moved to Lancaster. I'm still very much involved in the art scene. My artwork's in Visual Expansion Gallery, Pietro's Prime, on Market Street. I'm I'm also occasionally in Saloon 151 and Station 142. Westchester's been very good to me and supportive of my art, and I'm very appreciative. And in the book, in the city scene, there are some shops that were inspired by Westchester, so check it out. My book is sold on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
You can learn more about Kyle Whary and buy his latest book, Shark Bites Bakery, at Kyle Whary, that's WHARY.com. 2 years ago, we reported on SEPTA's bus revolution, the organization's proposed overhaul of their bus, train, and trolley systems. The changes would include simplifying various transit routes and incorporating on-demand transit services for the Westchester area to make up for the low ridership on SEPTA's buses. However, on July 1st of 2025, due to a deficit of $213 million, SEPTA passed a budget that started the process of cutting 45% of their transit services and projects. In November, Governor Josh Shapiro authorized a transfer of $219.9 million from the Capital Fund to keep SEPTA running and allow them to continue their work on their initiatives. And so, the bus revolution is back, but under a new name. Now titled the New Bus Network, SEPTA is bringing its plans to our community for your review. On Thursday, April 2nd, SEPTA will be holding its first open house for the public to attend and learn more about the new bus network system. It will be held at Borough Hall, located at 401 East Gay Street on Thursday the 2nd from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And if you cannot make this open house, you can find out more information about SEPTA's new bus network by heading over to septa.org/initiatives/bus. Before we go, we want to say thank you to one of our distribution partners, Countryside Deli, also known as the Gulf Gas Station on Bradgord Avenue. We stopped by for breakfast the other day to spend some time with the first business to sell our newspaper.
Hello everyone. We make the best breakfast sandwiches in town. We use this Watson meat, as everybody knows is the best meat you can get. And we would love to see everyone coming over and try our food. Love you guys.
Thanks, Sam. Next time you need breakfast on the go, stop by Countryside Deli. And don't forget to pick up a copy of our newspaper while you're there. And that's it for this week. We want to let you know that we will not have a show for the next 2 weeks. The show will be back on April 16th, the day after taxes are due, but you can still pick up our paper every Monday. To skip the hassle, click the link in the comments below to subscribe and have it hand-delivered to your door. It's only $7, and every penny goes directly towards supporting local news. As always, we want to thank you for your time, and we hope to see you soon. We're coming up on Holy Week, so happy Passover and happy Easter to all who celebrate, and to all who celebrated last week, happy Eid al-Fitr. Until next time, I'm Benita Ties with the Westchester Chronicle.